Hello YouTube, this is Bowtied Media here without a bow tie because we're wearing the Illenium shirt for an Illenium video. The 5th studio album from Illenium is out now, and we are going to listen through it, give a first listen, a reaction to this brand new project. There's a little bit of a caveat beforehand. I really enjoy Illenium. I really like it. You can see on the shirt how worn out it is, actually. Just on the, you can see it's got quite the miles on the shirt. And so I've been a big fan of Illenium ever since his first debut album, Ashes. That being said, I think his albums have gone down for me in quality and my likeness towards them in descending order, where Ashes was the best, then Awake was just below that, and then Ascend, and then Fallen Embers, and then we'll see what Illenium is. And also alongside that, I haven't been loving the singles a whole ton, so this will be an interesting one for me, because I have mixed opinions on this project so far, and I haven't heard any of the new stuff, so let's just get into it. I feel like we just need to get into it and start listening to some music, and really feel how I actually think about all these tracks. So, here we go! This is the first track, Starfall. And this is a new track, so I haven't heard this one yet.
You're my starfall, like a sunrise. I'm a wanderer through the night. You're the break of dawn, a burst of light. I am yours and you are mine. You're my starfall, like a sunrise. I'm a wanderer through the night. You're the break of dawn, a burst of light. I am yours and you are mine.
Sounds very house-esque at this point. Also, I don't think Illenium's used a ton of really digital or very processed vocals historically. Oh. Okay, like I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this. Are we getting more of this style of song on this album? Whoa! Like a pseudo psytrance drop. Okay, first track, Starfall. I must say, that is my favorite so far of the album. And that's a bit of a joke because it's the first song. But in terms of what has been released beforehand as singles, this was the best I've heard, I think, by a long shot. Illenium is sort of branching this new, not new, but it's like the melodic dubstep / rock sort of fusion has been very, very in the forefront of this record, at least from the singles we've been getting. And that's a style that hasn't really resonated with me a whole ton. And so I'm interested to see where the rest of this project lands, but that felt a little bit more like old school Illenium. That felt kind of like older, more EDM-centric Illenium. That was like, it just felt like it was, rather than it being this kind of copy paste bread and butter melodic dubstep, this is something a little bit more interesting or intriguing or just a mix up of sound. And that's what the album was sort of promised to be at some point. When the album was announced and stuff, Illenium said this was like this is his history in an album, and this is all who he is, and all styles, everything is in this project. And so I didn't hear that with the singles, but I do hear it with this one for sure, Starfall. So fascinating first track that I really enjoyed. So I am a fan so far of what we've got going on, and we'll see if it continues later on. But we are going into a couple singles that have been released beforehand. So let's hop into the next one. This is All That Really Matters with Teddy Swims. So these are not obviously a first initial reaction because I've heard all these singles before, but yeah, we're still gonna listen to them.
Learning how to live when there's no one around. It's like learning how to feel when the drugs run out. It's hard to tell the truth when you lie to yourself. Always give too much of you to someone else. I'm talking to you now like we're old friends. Find something you can hold on to. Find someone who'll be
Classic
there for
structure
you.
of an Illenium track. Do 2 drops, come lower for like an interlude, then come back with a third.
Somewhere you can come home to. Find someone that'll die for you. 'Cause it's all that really matters in the end. It's love, 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 love. 'Cause it's all that really matters in the end. It's love, love, love. 'Cause it's all that really matters in the end.
I forgot about this little string section at the end. Still feels very on brand, but I guess I forgot about it. Okay, All That Really Matters with Teddy Swims. That one, not bad. You know, that one, of all the singles, that was the one that I felt like I had a little bit most length with, the most airtime in my playlists. That one just felt very, that was like the definition of a safe Illenium song. I actually really like Teddy Swims' vocals. I think they match the style of what Illenium has done in the past and what Illenium is doing now. I just feel like it's a vocal inflection and, I don't know, tonality that just fits with this kind of style of track. So, yeah, not too bad. This is, again, still another more, like, electronic focused centered song rather than the more kind of rocky stuff that we'll get into a little bit later on, but solid. Like the vocals, I thought the production was okay. I thought this was a very like average Illenium track, which is for the most part good for me. I do like average Illenium tracks. So that was that. And let's head to the next one. This is Worst Day with Max. Here we go. Short and sweet. That's kind of what Worst Day is, pretty much. But, you know, I like that song more than I remember for the first time. I will not lie. When I first heard that, I thought it was kind of very little derivative and a little bit boring. But I don't know if I'm just in a happy Illenium mood. But that was not as bad as I first remember being. So. Yes, it's short. Yes, it's a little just very, very samey with what Illenium's done in the last forever. But that is his style, and it does work. So Max's vocals, I think, are not bad on this one. I think Teddy Swims maybe matches a little bit better with the tone, but not bad. Not bad. Not bad. I remember having worse feelings about these singles somehow. I'm not sure what it is, but we'll hop into the next track though. So far, I'm enjoying this. So far, I'm thinking this. It's not in descending order anymore, but we'll see if we get there. This is From the Ashes with Skylar Grey. I'm not feeling this one as much. Not gonna lie. Not compared to the other ones so far. Okay, From the Ashes. This was one that I definitely didn't enjoy as much. This one felt like, yeah, just your really, really cookie cutter Illenium. This is your just melodic dubstep that has sounded the same for quite some time, and that's what this track feels like to me. I really don't feel like there's a ton of variety in it. Skylar Grey's vocals are good. They're not anything to really write home about, but yeah, overall, I just thought the song was... I was very indifferent about the track. I just felt like it wasn't anything special at all. So that's that. And we'll move on from there. We'll move into a newer track, though. So this is Lifeline with, oh gosh, these names. Why do people got to put the X's and V's and everything? It confuses me. Jaden is what I'm going to say. Here's Lifeline. Oh, are we getting into the rock already? Okay. Very samey. Interesting interlude or bridge. Same thing? Are we going same thing? Oh, faster, okay. Okay, Lifeline. That was the tracks that I don't appreciate as much from Illenium, the ones that are more little pseudo rock inspired or have those kind of punk rock, kind of pop rock elements. They're just not for me. It's not my genre. It's not something I particularly have an affinity for or have appreciated. So that being said, not like. Again, I'm fairly indifferent on that track. I feel like I don't think there's anything one way or another that really moved me too much, and so I didn't hate the song, but I also didn't really think it was all that interesting or intriguing. So, yeah, I'm just feeling another indifferent one. So let's hop into the next track though. This is the big one apparently. This is the Avril Lavigne Travis Barker track. So let's get into that. Okay, here is Eyes Wide Shut.
I say I love you, but I don't. I say I'm fine, but I'm miserable. I'm dead, but you probably can't tell. Been scaling the walls of the wishing well. My head's in the sky, but I'm falling backwards. Yeah, at night crawling in wide open. 'Cause I don't get high off you.
Really boring. Okay, that was Eyes Wide Shut with Avril Lavigne and Travis Barker. Also, I guess before I go any further, Travis Barker does have a lot of credits here. I kind of just was scanning through and doing the show credits on Spotify to see that there's he appears on more than just this track. He's got a lot more production features, but this is the one I guess that his name is specifically attached to publicly. That was boring. Like, that was really not interesting. I don't think it was a bad song. It was just very boring. I don't know. I felt like the mixing was very linear. It didn't have big movements. It just was bleh. Like, it was just like, it just felt like it just got the big names on there. Like, it just got the Avril Lavigne, it got the Travis Barker, and then it was just like, this is a cash grab of sorts. I don't know. That just felt not interesting. Best way to put it, I guess. So, yeah, we're just going to move on from there. We're going to move straight on through. Haven't loved the last couple songs, but we will hit into Shivering, which I did an initial reaction to. But here we go. This is Shivering with Spirit Box. Like, this one already feels like it has, the mixing just feels more dynamic, feels bigger, beefier. definitely the longest song on the album. By a whole 45 seconds too, huh? Ah, yes. Good old Shivering. Good old Shivering. Yeah, that was Shivering. I did an initial reaction to this one, and this one did come out earlier as a single. Obviously, that makes sense. And that one feels different than the last two or three, I should say, or yeah, no, two. It feels different than Lifeline and Eyes Wide Shut. It feels more. It has that more dynamicism. It has more layers and movements, and it feels like it's trying more. It has that middle, pretty heavy dubstep drop too. It feels like it's doing something. It's not just nothing. And this one, in hindsight, is definitely one of the better tracks on this project. And I definitely think I hope there's going to be more of that kind of this rock melodic dubstep future bass fusion later on in this project. I'm hoping that's what's going to happen, but we will see. Yeah. Let's move on though to the next track. This is the one that I am the most excited for by far. Grabbits. Woolly is okay too, but Grabbits. I love Grabbits. You were right. So here we go.
Have you ever felt like nothing? Heartbeats, but the blood's not rushing. I tell myself that everything is fine, but deep inside I know that it's just a wake up in an empty bed. Echoes of the words you said, that you would never leave my head. And you were right. Yeah, you were right.
Interesting.
I'm budging, 'cause every time I try to get to you, I think I went for miles and I didn't even move. Life now is an uphill road.
I like it though.
Cold calling, but there's no one home. Thought I wouldn't even notice your
It's gonna be a big dubstep drop, right? With Woolly?
Turns out that I need you.
No?
I thought it couldn't be. Those are the words you said, that you would never leave my head.
Oh, here's the dubstep drop. The growls.
You were everything I need.
Oh no!
Air I'd ever breathe. Only light that I could see. Yeah, you were.
There's gotta be a dubstep drop, right? Need Woolly's classic growl.
To wake up in an empty bed, echoes of the words you said.
I love Grabbits'
You would
voice.
never leave my head. And you were right.
Are we getting it?
Turns out that I need you. I thought it couldn't be true.
We're not.
Think I'll get through another night.
That is a fascinating track. Wow. Okay. You were right. I did not expect them to go with a more calm, chilled out track at all. Just seeing Wooly's name on that, I thought for sure we were going heavy and we were going hard. Even with Grabbage has done heavy and hard in the past too. And so I am very, very happy and pleasantly surprised that they went with a more kind of toned back, Grabbage forward, vocal forward track in this one. That is the best track of the album by far for me. I think that's not even close. And it's a different style than Illenium has really done in the past. I can't think of anything that's even that close to that sound. It just feels very different. And I guess that was Wooly's contribution to that. The kind of the I don't even know, like jittery kind of like synth or backline. So I like that a lot. That was good. I'm hoping for at least another big one like that. So we'll see. Okay. Let's move along though. We're moving on to Insanity with American Teeth. Another single released beforehand, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
In your bed, don't know what happened. I lost my clothes and I ripped my jacket. You said I should pump brakes, but I can't stop. I say that's my life. Don't jump this wave, cause you might drown. Don't build me up, I'll let
it's the same structure over and over again. Drop 1, drop 2, bridge, drop 3. Bridge or interlude. Okay, Insanity. That one was insanely boring. Yeah, that one obviously is a single that was released beforehand, and that one I just never really gave a second shot because I just didn't think it was all that interesting, which is a common theme of this project so far. That being said, I don't think they're bad. I just think they're just boring. And again, I'll say it time and time again. This like pop rock kind of style just doesn't fit with me. It's not my normal style of music that I enjoy. So that's that. So you already have your opinions on Insanity. You've likely listened to it before because it was released beforehand. So that's that. Let's move into. I'm assuming this is going to be Drwn, not Drawn, but we'll see. Here we go. This is Drwn. Going trip hop here. We're gonna stay in this chill mode? Or are we going heavy? Very interesting style track that also isn't really old school as much. Okay. That's a very interesting one because I feel like that did not match the tone of the rest of the project up to this point. That didn't feel like it really fit in this project. It felt like something from a totally different producer, honestly. And so I do get it how that is a little bit of a throwback. It's kind of his older style. Like it's got some hints of Ashes in it, but that one felt like a throwaway song to me, honestly. Like I don't really know what that was or the point of that one was. Like it's not an interlude of sorts. It feels lost. It feels lost. It's not a bad song. It just feels weird in where it's placed and what it is. So I don't know. That one's not one. But let's move on to the next track. This should also be an exciting one. This is Other Side with Sad the Sky and Vera Blue. Here we go. What happened in November?
I know that you don't deserve this. My fight. Don't know if I'll ever see the light. But won't you stay?
Okay, I'm enjoying this so far. We'll see how this goes.
From you tonight. Just tell me you meet me there alive on the other side.
Okay, this reminds me a lot of You Were Right.
16 and naive, a good kid, but won't you stay? I don't need much from you tonight. Just tell me you'll meet me there alive on the other side.
Meet me there alive? What does that mean?
On the other side.
Okay, The Other Side. That one was the second best song of the album so far, I think, by far. It has that same style and drop as You Were Right did, with the like which makes me believe that Wooly was not a part of the first one, or at least not the main part of it. But yeah, very different style or just flair of the track that isn't really similar to what Illenium's done in the past. But I liked it. I'm really enjoying the stuff so far that has more EDM influences. You got like kind of Said the Sky isn't. Yeah, Said the Sky's in there, and then you had Grabbits and Wooly before. I feel like that is Illenium at its best. Not when you're needing the likes of a Travis Barker or Avril Lavigne or whatever the freaking all these other pop rock people are. But I enjoyed that song. I didn't feel like it was too much. I didn't feel like it was too much copy paste from Illenium's past. Didn't go a whole ton elsewhere, but okay, way to go. Okay, up next we've got I Want You To Stay. Here we go. Okay. Also, some of these songs randomly transition into another, while some of them don't, which just feels weird. Like, I feel like you got to commit to a seamless project or not. But that's a side note. I want you to stay. Similar to Drwn in its kind of more, I don't even know, it's a little bit more on the EDM side of stuff. Or actually, it's more similar to Starfall, where it has a more of, I don't even know if it was quite a full drum and bass beat or if it was just more drum step, but that one felt more just a broad EDM style of song rather than these kind of rocky things. That being said, again, it just feels like it's just lackluster. It feels like there's really not a ton really happening in between tracks. Like I just don't really, I don't get it. I don't get why I don't know. I just feel like he needs to stick to one theme. He needs to either go hard on the rock stuff or go hard on the like EDM stuff. So I don't know. That one just felt like an average track. Again, maybe just above average track. So yep. We'll move into the next one. This is With All My Heart with Jake, which I in the past previously said Juke, but it is Jake. Here we go.
If I measured my mistakes in the dance, yeah. 2 rights don't fix a wrong, but I know it won't be long till you turn me from the man I was. So with all my heart, I'm gonna love. With all my heart, I'm gonna trust. With all my heart, I'm gonna give you everything. So with all my heart, I'm gonna try to play my part. Turn on the lights when things get dark. I'm gonna turn on the lights when things get dark. I'm gonna give you everything.
Yeah, I forgot the song was just that random dead space in the end. But yeah, with All My Heart, I am running out of things to say because all of it sounds the same, just with different vocals. There's the very three distinct style. There's like the few EDM-y songs on here, and then there's the rock, and then there's just the kind of just boring melodic dubstep / future bass, and I'm getting bored. Again, the songs aren't bad. They're not like bad. They're just not that interesting. They're really made for like commercial success. That really is it. They're just made to be radio friendly, half these songs. So more than half the songs. So let's go in. Let's hope this will be something different. Who knows? Probably not. Here's Back to You with All Time Low.
How did we end up here? I spent a lifetime lost, a generation letting go, another day that I can't breathe through. It's a long way back to you. Another 2 years gone. I spent forever letting go, and I don't wanna face the truth. It's a generation.
I'm just bored. I'm bored at this point. Another one that just randomly goes into the next song. Like, why do some of these songs randomly transition into each other? I don't understand it. Okay, back to you with All Time Low. Just boring. The mixing was bad on that one. That one actually seemed like a bad song to me. Like, that was actually the first one where I've been like, this isn't just boring or bland. This is actually like the mixing's not great. I know I don't love the pop rock vocals and stuff, but even those felt like a little bit worse in quality and tone. So that one, that was a dud for me for sure. So that's that. And we're just gonna move on because I want to hear something else, please. Please. Nothing Ever After with Motionless in White. Here we go. Okay, this is a little more interesting. But still not a ton. It's too hard to walk away, 'cause it's we're falling apart, we're fading away, pretending the damage. Yeah, I don't know about this one. Ignoring the scars, now it's too late. The mixing just still doesn't sound great. I don't know. And again, is it going to transition? What is the point of doing those transitions? I need to talk about this for a quick second. The song just ends, and then a random just pad slowly comes in that fades in from the other song. you don't need to do that. There doesn't need to be a pad that you don't need to make it simultaneous, because it's not actually, because the end of the song ends and there's no cohesion into that pad. It's just a pad that just, Okay. Another song that doesn't hit with me in particular. I thought the mixing wasn't great again. I feel like these last two tracks are thrown to the back of the track list because they're that way, because they're not very, I don't know, they're just samey to everything else, and they're not too impressive with anything. So, okay, last song. Let's please. I mean, I know this one. So we'll hop into it. This is Luv Me A Little with Nina Nesbitt. Here we go.
I'm caught in the way that you talk like you don't wanna know.
Yeah, this one, not a great finale, I will say.
I need some time to be on my own. Just say something different. Say we're not finished yet. Tell me I'm waiting.
Say something different. Yes, Illenium. Say something different. Do something different. see why this is the finale now, actually.
Love me a little, just a little. Love me a little.
Oh,
Me a little. Still love me a little.
okay. Quickly, gonna talk about Still Love Me a Little, or Love Me a Little. It just, I get why it's the final song. It just doesn't pack that much of a grand punch. Not bad. Another one that just feels like your kind of classic Illenium. That isn't, yeah, it's not a bad track. It's just their kind of bread and butter Illenium melodic dubstep. So, okay, album as a whole. Oh goodness. I feel like there are two albums really fighting for each other, fighting each other in this track list. Like there's all your like pseudo rock stuff, your pop rock that's like this inspired. You got your Avril Lavigne stuff in there. You've got the Travis Barker, the Spirit Box, American Teeth, like All Time Low, like all of that should be and sounds like it's its own album. It's its own project. It's its own something. Where there's that whole other side of the project, and that's just a little bit more on the classic Illenium side, the sort of something like a Starfall would be, or it's not classic Illenium, but you were right, that is a little bit more on the newer side, or the more EDM side of things, I would say maybe. But yeah, I feel like there was just two albums fighting each other the entire time, and with no real sense of cohesion. There's these like false sense of cohesion where I don't understand. I know I just did a little rant on it, but I don't understand why there was these like little transition points in between. Like when a song would finish, there's like 2 to 5 seconds left of the song, and then it would just like have this pad that just the sound that would slowly come in to like transition into the next song to make it feel like it's a little more seamless. It didn't even do it all the time, so I don't understand why it was there sometimes and then why it wasn't. And also, you don't need to do that because that's just, you don't need to do that. It doesn't need to be, if you're not telling a cohesive storyline top to bottom, especially when genres are being changed so frequently and so back and forth, you don't need to do that. So I just didn't get that. And overall, it's an Illenium album. It's a newer Illenium album, which comes with a caveat that it's not fresh. That's probably the best way to put it. It's not bad. It's just not fresh. Illenium has been in this safety. He's been in this comfort zone for so long now that he is just not anywhere close to getting out of. He's found tons of success through it. He's found all this popularity. He's found probably lots of money through it too. And I know he's probably not doing it all for the money, but it obviously helps the incentive there. And so he's in that comfortability state, and he just does not want to get out of it. Ironically, though, he was sort of trying to get out of it a little bit more with this kind of pop rock stuff, but that was not my direction personally, and not my flavor at all. So overall, it was simultaneously more disappointing and not as disappointing as I expected it to be. So I don't know if that doesn't make sense, because after all the singles, I definitely wasn't thinking it was going to be anything too special. But some of the non-single tracks, most of the non-single tracks are the better songs on this album, I think, for sure. And so that is where it kind of raised my expectation. But as a holistic project, it was Illenium. So it's interesting because I don't know if this slowly goes down my tier list. I've always said his first project was his best, then the second project was his second best, then the third project was third best, and now we're at 5. And maybe it's better than Fallen Embers, maybe it's better than the fourth, but maybe I think I need to do a full dive back into Fallen Embers if I'm really going to say that. But I think they're very, very similar vein to me. That's just, I don't know. This is... I'm a fan of Illenium. I really am. I bought his merch. I sadly haven't been to a show or anything, but I don't know. I'm just disappointed, I think, more so than anything. So yeah, but that's been it. That's been my thoughts on the project. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Other than that, I'm Dakota from Bowtied Media, and I will see you guys in another video.